Today we are going to learn about SDLCs. So just a minute. I will be sharing my screen. Yeah, before that, do you know SDLCs? Not the abbreviation, software
Mm,
development lifecycle.
right.
Apart from that, do you know what are all the stages would be in SDLC and what all activities will be done in all the some people will say it have 6 stages, some people will say 7 stages, no matter what how many stages it be. What are all the activities will be done in that SDLC? Do you know that?
Yes, I know that.
Mhm.
Also, when I was doing my Scrum thing, they have a different,
Hmm.
they follow agile methodologies. But
Yes.
waterfall and other SDLC, I have learned about it. The initial stages,
Hmm.
initiation, testing, development, and then
Hmm.
uh, so there are 6 stages, I believe, right?
Hmm. Hmm. Yes. What all would be done exactly and what type of responsibilities that BA is going to do in this SDLC. So let's cover that more deeply. And
Okay.
also, we have other names for SDLC. Generally, people will know
Mm,
SDLC only. Most of the people will know SDLC. But we have two more names for SDLC that I guess maybe few people will know. So we also call it as ADLC and PDLC. ADLC means Analysis Development Life Cycle. PDLC means Product Development Life Cycle.
okay.
Guys, do you believe this SDLC is very important?
Yes, very much.
Yes, exactly. So most of the people really till now they don't know what are these SDLC, but they are working in well-reputed MNCs and getting some good package. So I believe these are like a base foundation skills that everybody should have to know. No matter if you're a tester, if you're a developer, if you're a designer, or you're a data analyst or a business analyst, every people will go through this phase of SDLC. So it's very important for everyone to know about this SDLCs. So wait, I will share my screen and I will show you. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
The other name for this SDLC is Product Development Lifecycle and Analysis Designing Lifecycle. Yes, we do a lot of analysis. That's why it is also called as an Analysis Designing Lifecycle. And in this entire process, end of the day, we are going to develop one product, right? Product or application or a project, anything is called as one. The terminologies might be same. So one product is going to be developed at the end of this SDLC or ADLC or PDLC. So that's why it's also called as a product development life cycle. So life cycle means I guess everybody will know it's like a loop, continuous process. So, how in our families, if we are just going through any occasions or any ceremonies, like how we plan, so we set up the things, we execute that ceremonies. So, exactly in the same way in an IT fields, so we will set up all the things prior developing a product or a project. So in that, that's only called as an SDLC. So here we are having 6 stages. Some people will say 6 stages, some people will say 7 stages. Uh, 7 stages means, so this requirement planning and analysis we will club together. So some people will divide this, count separately, like requirement planning is one phase and analysis phase is going to be in a second, another phase. So they will count like that. That's why we get 7 stages, but some people say only 6 stages. They club. Actually, we club both of these phases as a first phase. So that's why we will get 6 phases, like requirement planning and analysis phase, designing phase, development phase, testing phase, implementation phase, and maintenance phase. Many of the people will miss this phase. This is maintenance phase. This is very important. After deployment, the software product will be in the maintenance phase. So This maintenance phase is somehow a lengthiest phase because the processes keep on loop. So let's know all about that. But before that, you also need to know few more words that is called as an artifacts. Guys, do you know what is meant by artifacts? Hello, guys, are you there?
Yes, yes, Purva.
Yeah, I was just asking about. Do you know about? I mean, do you heard about the word artifacts? What is artifact?
I've heard about the word. It is like features.
Not the features. Sindhu, any guess from your side?
It's a measure for for the work, which is tracking the work. They use artifacts.
No. Okay, no problem. Artifacts are the final outputs. Suppose we will plan sprints, right?
Yeah.
In Scrum, we plan sprints. In that entire 2 weeks, we will complete some working product. We will get that working product. That piece of working product is called as artifact. So, uh, by doing any work, we will get an output. We'll put some inputs. At the end of the day, we'll get that output. That output, that final result or final product is called as an artifact here. So, we call that as artifacts. See, you can see here. They are also called as deliverables or final product or a process. So, artifact means final product, the ready product. Okay. So, why I have told you about artifact means in every stage of SDLC we will get the artifacts. That's why you needed to know the word artifacts because I'm gonna use this word for a couple of times. I don't want you to get confused. That's why I told you what is artifact means. So this phase is the first phase. Trust me, that BA will work a lot in this phase. So this phase definitely will take around of 2 months. If it is a big project means it's a lengthiest phase also too. So the BA will take a lot of time and he put a lot of efforts in these two phases. The rest of the phases it doesn't mean in rest of the phases he won't work. Yes, he work, but in this phase he works a lot because here from here onwards the teams, so the designers, the developers, so these all like to everybody, those all people will be just a minute. So these all people are relying on the BAs. So the first phase is requirement planning and analysis phase. So in this phase, these the first document, BRD document will be prepared. Once we get the proposal from the client, so then BA will be invited to that meeting. So they will start the meeting. They will get the BA know about the project. So that process is called as a kickoff meeting. Do you know that?
I didn't know the name of it, but now I know what it's called.
Mhm. Hmm. So it's called as a kickoff meeting, project kickoff
Oh,
meeting. So in that meeting, the entire project. So what is the mission? What is the vision and what would be our mission? So those all things will be get more detailedly introduced in that session. It's called as a project kickoff meeting. So in that project kickoff meeting, the first document after getting all that clarity, the first most document will be prepared is a BRT document, business requirement document. So and then so after planning, after doing a lot of planning for the project, setting the time frame, setting the budget here, setting the budget and setting the time frame. Not the BA, the PM will take all the responsibilities for setting the timeline and setting the fixing the budget for it. So those things would be done by PM. So here there will be a coordination with BA and PM, so they work closely. So Sindhu, have you ever done all those activities? As you mentioned that you are a project manager.
Yeah, the requirements gathering, yes, we did.
Not the requirement gathering. The PMs
Mm-hmm.
will set the time frame and also will set the budget of that project, like setting a scope. Have you done all those things?
Yeah, yeah, yes, we did.
How's your experience? Share it. Share with your co-worker. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
co-learner.
No, it's actually an initial stage, and it requires a lot of planning in it. We used to
Hmm.
have this. We used to work on outages. Okay, it's all about networking. We have servers which were in
Hmm.
San Francisco. They used to
Hmm.
have physical servers located over there when the
Hmm.
virtual servers were not in. The virtual servers were there, but not that much as physical
Hmm.
servers. We still have physical servers in San Francisco, so whenever we have an outage, all this stuff, the requirements, the planning, the kickoff from the higher management, everything used to be done by the project managers, and the kickoff would be done by the managers and the stakeholders, high level stakeholders. The plan is
Hmm.
correct and accurate. Even the storage area network people would also get involved because they are the person who are going to physically do the maintenance tasks, like how which server has to go down, which server has to come up first, and all these things used to happen. We never used to work with clients. It's actually a coordination for our products itself. As you
Okay.
already said, it's a product based company. We used to work on outages, maintenance outages, patch outages. We used to work on almost around 4,000 plus service every year.
Hmm. Good to know that.
Mm-hmm. So it's our work is. I never had an experience working with clients. So a few of the
Okay.
terms which you say, I know these terms are existing in project management, but I don't have
Hmm.
hands-on experience on it.
Yeah, yeah, got it.
Hmm.
Okay, no problem. No. I just want Sarush also know a few things because you work there, right? So you both are now in the same wavelength. So that's why I just ask you to open up. Okay, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
I had a question, Arun.
Huh.
So, is there a certain tool you use to write these, or do you have to use, uh, presentation kind of,
For
PowerPoint
what?
for writing or gathering requirements? Yeah.
For gathering requirements, as I already mentioned you, so we will get some business case study from client side SMEs. So they will
Okay.
give us, but not a detail. Don't expect they are going to give you more detailed version of it. Some people will give, some people will won't even give that as well. They will ask us to prepare. They just simply explain. Suppose if a client wants to develop any food related app, food ordering app means, so they will say that we are expecting an amazing food ordering app that has to be stand as it's unique and compared to other food ordering app in the market. They will say only like that. So as a BA or as a PM, so we will do a lot of research on it. We will preparing some business case document, or we will create some project proposal document. So in that we will give just overview about it. As you told that it's correct. We do also create some presentations like PPTs and some
Mhm.
mind mappings. So these kind of steps we do and we present it in all the stakeholder meetings. So all the time, it's not necessary to share the BRTs or SRS because those documents will contain a lot of information. Everybody don't like to sit and read a lengthiest document. So we needed to showcase them only the important thing at that moment, what is required, what makes them so catchy. So for at that moment, we create some presentation, either a PPTs. Most of the people will go for a PPT. Some people will create some mind maps, some road mappings. Mind mappings.
Something related to brainstorming is a technique, right?
Uh, Yes, that only some mind mapping, some visualization thing. So we
Mm.
have a tool called Xmind. By using the tool, we create that Xmind and everything. So at the end of the session, just remind me. I have one. I will show. I need to fetch now. So that's why I don't want to cut the flow. At the end of the session, I will show you like how the mind map will look like that. How can we just do all those things? So that's why I have introduced assignments as a PPTs for you to get more practice. So your doubt is clarified, Sarush?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Okay. So where we are, yes. So they will set the budget, time frames. Those all things will be done in a planning phase. So and then next comes to this requirement phases and the analysis phases. Suppose as I already taken one example as a food ordering app. So in that food order, suppose thing like that, we got an project from the client. So at that moment, what they do means they do gathering sessions. So as I already mentioned that we will be having some different kind of a gathering sessions like brainstorming, interviews, date session, workshops. So we will having so many different kind of a sessions. The most probably used session is brainstorming and workshops and jade sessions. By using these sessions, either any one of the session, all the stakeholders will finalize the requirements. So the BA only will get all the requirements. These stakeholders are there to express their opinion, and they may suggest some more new features or requirements to us. But before going to that meeting, BA needed to do a lot of homework. That means he needed to make some presentation, he needed to get prepared. For food ordering app, I have seen you, right? So for what kind of a features, like what kind of a food people will like to order, what kind of a features or what kind of a different filter options we can provide them, payment options and like uh, applying filters to savories, desserts. So according to that particular project, they will be dividing all the requirements. So in that meetings, the after approval, after we get an approval from the stakeholders, then we finalize all those things, and then we apply some analysis too. In the analysis phase, we apply some analysis. So when 100%, 199.9%, we use SWOT analysis only. For any project which is we are building from the scratch means definitely we use SWOT analysis. We will see the strength, weaknesses, its opportunities, its threats. So we will see all those things in SWOT analysis. We do apply SWOT analysis only. Suppose if we are working upon already an existing product, if we wanted to improvise it, if we wanted to make some particular changes in that means, then we will be going for this gap analysis. So most probably we use these two analysis only. And for
Okay.
identifying problems, we use fishbone analysis. Yes, Sindhu.
Sorry to interrupt. So,
Hmm.
do you have the templates for this
Ah,
BRD and SRS?
yes, we have. I will be sharing the templates and what are all the parameters will be included in that. I will be sharing. That was in our sixth module. While we go to the sixth module, I will be sharing that. And also, I have created one dummy project. Uh, in that VRDs and SRDs, so that which you can understand. If I say general template means that is somehow you may get to know what are all the parameters will include. If I just make it more meaningful means that will give you some idea. That's why I have created one dummy project and added all those things. You'll be getting everything. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
So this stage is all about of meetings, too many meetings, gathering sessions, analysis. We need to put a lot of brain in this session. So this output, I mean, the final artifact of this stage is going to be SRS. Then we will be creating SRS. So after completing all this kind of stuff, like gathering sessions and analysis, then only after getting all the approval from our stakeholders, then we will be creating this SRS document. And that SRS document would be reviewed by a PM. So our project manager or a product manager, those people will review that. Once they feel if they need any extra information to be added, means they will guide us. We can add all those things. Otherwise, um, from our company side, the high level stakeholder people will get signed on the document, and we will share the document to the client. The client will review each and every single thing, and the client will sign on the document, and the business analyst name also will be included in that. So this is the final output of the first, I mean, both of these two phases. The final output, what we will get means SRS documentation. So based on this SRS documentation, next phase will be these all designers people will rely on this BAs, not only these people, the developers too. So, and also we do one more thing here. So the work is going to the designers means we need to get ready with all the wireframes as well. So low fidelity screens. I have shown you right yesterday.
I mean the wireframes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Amazon page. So this is called as a high level screen, high fidelity screen. You can see here all the colors, the typography, the hovering effects, and everything is uniquely and very nicely done, right? But do you know before this, they would be a business analyst, that particular person will create this screen in a form of a low fidelity screens, which are also called as a wireframes. Based on that input, the designers will create these high fidelity screens. And also that low fidelity wireframes will also be reviewed by our PM, project manager. He will review that they if it was good means then those wireframes will be given to the designers in the designing phase. That designers will create the mock-ups. We also call it as a mock-ups or prototypes. Yes, are you following?
Yes.
Yes.
That mock-ups first will create first the designers will create prototypes. I will also show you how prototypes and mock-ups. This is the differentiation between the prototypes and mock-ups. This gives more clarity for you. Can you see this? Can you see this, guys?
Yes.
So as a BA, we give this input we will be giving to the designers. First, the designers will create this. This is called as a prototype, and this is called as a mock-up. Which one looks like a final output among all of these three?
The third one.
Mock-up.
Yes, yes, mock-up. So that's why we call that as a mock-up. Mock-ups are completely going to be like a final artifact. So these by then middle we will be creating prototypes means prototypes also we will be presenting to our clients. So it's very tough for us to, if so, suppose if we add all the text content, all the typography and all the colors, the images, everything we have been set it up. And at that moment, we are showcasing it to the client means, if they didn't like that, any of the design means, it's very tough for a designer to change every single component from that. So that's why we'll be creating it in a form of a bits and pieces. It's very easy to erase it. It's very easy for them to do all the changes in this phase itself. So if they got approval in this phase, then they will go to the mockup and they will be creating a mockups. And these mockups also will be presented to the client. Before going it to the clients, we will present within our company to all our stakeholders, like who are all the people included in that project. Those people will be get presented. This all the mockups. They will see that and they will finalize it, and then it goes to the client. If client requires any changes means definitely we need to work for that. But
So
when it comes to BAs
basically,
means, we will create all these wireframes. Yes,
Mhm. So basically, we would do the skeleton via the wireframe tool,
exactly,
whatever it is.
exactly,
So the
exactly,
developer would be working on the coding stuff based on the prototype, a
exactly.
minute
Correct.
wireframe which we created, and
Yes.
then they would create a mock-up according to the client.
Huh.
Okay.
Here we are talking to the developers in we are talking to the designers in a designer language. If we provide them some sentences, some paragraphs, or in a form of a user stories, they will understand, they will get to know. But if we provide them with such piece of their language, so these designs are going to be more understandable for our designers. Right. So if you provide them like this means they will understand more. This X box, I mean this mailbox, can you see this image? So
Mhm.
this this is called as an image. Whenever we just
Okay.
apply this mailbox kind of a thing means, so they needed to understand, okay, something we're going to add an image or some buttons are going to be get reflected here. So these all things would be understandable by the designers. So that means we are talking to the designers in designers language while providing some wireframes. To with the developers, we will talk to them in a form of by creating some user stories and acceptance criteria. By getting all those things, they will get to know more detailedly. Though we provide them some wireframes as well, they will get more clarity while providing the user stories and acceptance criteria. And also, we will provide them some user flow diagrams. What is the flow of an entire system from starting to till the end, from login to till logout? What the function, how the system is going on, user flow, how the user is flowing from starting screen to till the end screen. So these all kind of visual things will help the developer to construct the logic more precisely. So this is the second stage, the designing phase. I have explained you more practically what we all do there. I'm just explaining you only that thing. Other than that, I was not adding any much more. So the final output of this stage is or prototypes or mockups that we are going to present it. So when it comes to design developers means based upon their blueprints, either it is a prototypes or mockups, user flows or with the user stories, use case diagrams. Based upon those all inputs, the developer is going to construct a code. He is going to construct the logic. You can see the screen. So for this entire screen, suppose if a BA have created some basic skeleton means, then the designers will create it in a form of a prototype or a mockup. So then the developer will construct the code for it. And do you know how the work will be get divided to all the developers? This entire screen won't be allocated for one person. So
We
this is
have
a header part. Yes,
no. I was saying we have front end designer in the back end. That's
yes.
what you would. Yeah.
Yeah, front end design and back end design. So front end people you use, everyone know that HTML, CSS. So and back end they need to connect with the database and they need to write some too much coding. So they do all the stuff. This particular screen, I was saying that. So this is called header part, right? I guess everybody know. Do you know, Sarush?
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
So this is the header part, and it's going to be the footer part. So the header part and footer part will remain same for some pages. That's going to be default. So that means once if we construct the header part code means, so we can use it for too many pages. If we are having header on that next pages means we can use that code. How the work will be divided to the developers means in sprint planning meetings. So the some will divide all this work to the developers. So can you see this? So this is called as a carousel, the moving objects.
Okay.
So this arrow and this arrow, while I was just tapping on it, uh, the images will keep on moving. So that's called as a carousel. So this part to, to here, can you see there is a division here?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That part would be done by some people. From here to here, the work would be divided. Here Some people like header part, one person will be constructing, footer part, one person, and the body part will be done by one person. Or they will divide the pieces of work as header part, they will divide it, footer part they will divide it, and body part. So these, there are going to be three tasks now. So that three tasks will be designed by either one person or two persons. They will split it. Now we are tapping upon any of this particular page. I have tap on this. It's navigating to the next page. But the header part is default. Can you see that? The header is not got changed. Are you
Yes,
observing, guys?
yes, yes.
Header
Yes.
header have not changed, and also the footer have not changed. Only the page got navigated to the another page. So this page would be designed by some other persons. So like that wise, the pages would be divided and the work would be divided to all the developers. Designing every single pages by one person means that would be done in small startups. If you're working on a MNCs, big MNCs, or a mid-ranged companies, people around of 5 to 6 developers are working on one project means, definitely the people will follow this pattern.
So this page, this website has like thousands of pages. Like on the side, it says,
Uh-huh. Yes.
under
Some
clearances, clause,
too many.
too many
Yes.
pages. So,
Yes.
so how big will be a team like working on such big project?
Such a big projects means they use some people will use Scrum. Some, if we are going through such big projects means most of the people will go for safe.
Okay.
Do you know safe? I guess you know.
Safe,
Do you
you
know
mean?
safe?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, Scale agile framework, large scale agile framework.
Yes, yes.
Too
I
many
heard.
people will be there. So there would be some agile train engineer, RTM. There won't be essence there. So too many people there means too many. They will divide too many people. Like around of 20 to 30 people are going to be in one group. So it's a big process. They go through safe. They go. They won't go to Scrum. So yes, these pages are having too many stuff now. They have added recently. Have you observed this or not? Long back ago, we don't even have too many options in Amazon like this.
Right.
If one product is coming up means eventually slowly they will releases all their uh, versions. They won't add everything at a time. First they will deploy it, and later on they just keep on adding new features into it. Because we are setting some deadline. Within this deadline, our product needed to go to our market, and we want to see that audience, how they are using it, who are our targeted audience. So based on that, if our product is going very well in the market, then we will be adding extra versions to it. I mean, too many options, too many features. They just keep on adding all those things. So before releasing our product into the market, if we add too many features means, I guess it's meaningful. you know the psychology of a humans are, they, though we provide too many options, many of the people will use only few among them. So then what would be the use of providing all the options at a time on a single release? They are doing business there, so they will think in the business tactical mind. They provide first a few. If they are getting a return on investment, they are getting a good return on investment, then they will be ready to invest more on that product. So at
Okay.
a time, they won't keep on adding all the features. Though they have more, they put them as their next edition. Yes, Sindhu?
Yeah, I have a question. You said not Scrum and Safe. Safe is, again a methodology to track the status of the project.
Uh, Safe is also like an agile framework. So that is completely different to Scrum. So Scrum will work for a small size teams. You know that in Scrum means the minimum 3 and maximum 9 members. That's the
Right.
only count we required for Scrum. But in safe means, too many people will be there, too many teams will be there. So there we called the Scrum Master as Agile Train Engineer. Yes, there would be some Agile Train Engineers there. Too many groups will be there. You know that they will take really 3 days for dividing the Scrum work. I mean, sprint planning meetings also they take 3 days. 3 days to
Um,
just for planning only they take 3 days. Then you just imagine how
okay.
lengthiest the groups are. And for
Hmm.
single group, they will divide that all people into 10 groups, minimum 10. So in the 10 groups, every group there will be some um, agile train engineer, I guess. Yes, every group there will be some lead. That means Scrum Master in your language. So for every team, there would be a Scrum Master, and for all these 10 Scrum Master, there would be one lead. So these all
Okay.
people will come and they will be giving updated to that lead person about all the activities what are happening in and around, because the single person can't go to every single group and just can't get all the updates. So it's very easy to make a leads for all the 10 groups, and these people will come and just give feedback or progress to the main lead. So that lead again keep on passing information to all the project managers. So this is like a process in a bits and pieces. So
Okay.
people
So
are conveying information from one phase to another phase.
yeah, what I understood the safe, I just want to reiterate, I just want to
Huh.
confirm what I
Hmm.
understood is correct or not. So
Hmm.
basically, it's a kind of a scrum, but more than scrum, where the project
Yes.
is being bifurcated between multiple teams and being managed by a team lead kind of a stuff,
Yes.
right?
Yes. So yes,
Okay.
exactly. So we also have a large scale agile framework, and also one more thing I probably don't remember that another name. Yes, that's also like how the people will do Scrum certified master, CMS or PMS. Also we have a agile safe agile certified masters. So also have a separate training for that. The people will go for that training, they will crack their exams. Some people in their LinkedIn's or in their profiles resumes they write safe agile certified person.
Okay. Is it a good certificate to do?
Is it good certification? Means yes, it's definitely it will give a lot of advantage and weightage. It's very good certifications. Uh, we can go for that. So, but most probably the prior step is CSM. If you are a CSM certified candidate, then there would be some chances for you to you can go to that CMS. It's like a primary and secondary education. So
Actually,
without going to no.
actually, I have CSM certification back in
Oh,
India. So I
okay.
worked as a Scrum Master for a year before I was, coming out of the company.
Mhm.
So there I have worked on multiple 20 applications or something like that. That was the first time Wells Fargo implementing
Mhm.
Scrum in the organization.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I took the responsibility. I created the Kanban board, everything.
Oh.
And once
Mhm.
everything was ready, I left the organization. So I know little bit about Scrum. So I want to know, Agile Safe is good to do for the BA role, because we are
Yes.
mainly concentrating on the BA, right?
Yes. Yes.
So is it good to have that certification?
Yes. BA with SM uh, or this Agile Safe, that definitely going to give a lot of advantage. Why? Because the BA in some organizations we won't have Scrum Masters. Do you know that? Even you can go and fetch in any LinkedIn's or any job postings, the openings for SMs are very less. Why? Because the companies will won't separately hire Scrum Master. The people within that particular team will take the dual responsibilities. Either the developer is going to be an SM, either a project manager will going to take a responsibilities as an SM, either or a BA will going to take a responsibilities as an SM.
That is very
So
true, actually. I heard
Okay.
about it.
e-
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yes, exactly. the people will won't hire SMs more, because uh, SM sounds a person should has to be very subject matter expert in all the domains. No, all the domain
It's
means in a
very
sense like in
difficult.
testings, in developing, in designing, all
Mm.
the genres he need to have such grip. So similarly, BA is the one person who is grabbing having such grip in all the phases. Like he's having a grip in the designing. If he don't know such creating the wireframes and everything, he can't communicate to the designers. He had such grip in that, and also in coding part. At least knowing the little bit basics of a coding, that would be helpful for them to develop with the developers. And also testing. He needed to have some essence of testing in him, like writing test cases. If you don't know, also no problem. At least knowing UA, you needed to have that wavelength while we are communicating to different team members. You need to turn like that, and you need to communicate with them. So this BA is somehow more similar to SM. So that's why most probably most of the companies will take either BA or a PM as a Scrum Master to take all the responsibilities of that particular project. And the experience also minimum 5 years they require. If you got hired as a scrum master means minimum they will have 5 years experience, and maximum going to be 8 or 9 years. So that's why only experienced people will take all these responsibilities.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a certification for BA, Apurva?
Yes. Apart from this, you can take the certification like how you have did in CSM. We have CBAP, so you can clear that examination
What is it
and you'll
called?
be getting certified. CBAP.
CBA. Okay.
Yeah, CBAP.
So is it difficult to crack, or it's okay if we study we would be able to crack it?
If you are ready with everything means, I won't say anything is going to be difficult. If you have that content, I mean, if you are good at all the knowledge, if you are good at all the stuff means, you can clear that examination. And I am not one particular person who always make people to earn too many certifications. What we would all do with end of the day with the certification, yes, I know, to attract the recruiters, definitely we needed to showcase some certification. But some people are there, they keep on just earning the certification without knowledge. Earning certification without knowledge is also is not going to be somehow impactful. So I prefer most of the people to gain knowledge rather than certifications. You can get certification later on also.
Right.
I prefer first focus on gaining a knowledge. Once if you're confident, if you feel you're too much expertise in that, then go for certification. Other than that, if you're in a beginner level, don't go for all the certification. I feel it's waste of money. It's my
Okay.
opinion. It was completely my perception. That might be changed for people to people. I was just
Mhm.
expressing my opinion to you.
So, but in US, I think most of the people look for certified people here.
Yes, yes,
So,
I know that. Yeah.
so that's why I'm asking. So,
E-
can you tell me if we do the
Hmm,
course which you are, training us now for 1 month?
hmm.
Uh,
Yes, tell me.
so we would be able to crack the any interview with this training which you are giving right now.
Yes, because we are covering all the core things what BA will do. On top of it, I was just even asking you to learn some basic programming languages and also learn some data visualizing tool like Power BI or Tabula. So those will add an extra advantage to you, because here you are learning all the requirement gathering. Oh, BA will do only these things. Like he analyze and he gathers requirements, and he work. He coordinate with all the wavelength people, like with the designers, with all the developers, with all the testers. He will create some UAT documents. Those all the stuff you are going to learn in this entire course. What extra you need among apart from
Okay.
this?
Okay, so basically, you say whatever you're giving us a training is on the BA, but extra if we learn some technical knowledge, that would be
Huh.
good.
Yes, that's what I was concentrating more on a BA, because
Hmm.
if I include all those things like Tabula, Power BI, or SQL, everything. This course we won't complete it in 1 month. It would take definitely 6 months, because
Okay,
I'm
if you
not that
want
kind of a person
to.
who give overview about it. I will be teaching you basically from the scratch, and I would also one kind of a person. I won't provide everything like a spoon feeding. The other person should also get to know some things by their own. Then only your efforts will be meaningful at the end. I will be providing some assistance. If you want, means I will be sharing some links, some informative articles towards that. I'll be providing some assistance. I will show the direction.
Mike, the
Hmm.
project we are doing at the end,
Hmm.
uh,
Yes.
I wanted to see if we do one project and do some practice on some other projects. You can give us some ideas and send. We have.
Yes.
I want to get more practice on it. That's, I think, the most important thing.
Yes. 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 Exactly. So I will be creating one project in Jira, and I will be showing you everything like how to create wireframes, how to create user flows, use cases, this all stuff. All the inputs like how BA will do in real world practical projects. I will be showing you all those things, and post sharing or post showing all those things, I will be asking you or both of you to share your screen and do all those things in front of me.
Okay.
Once we complete all these concepts fastly, how quickly we complete all these concepts means then we can spend a lot of time on our project. So I will be showing you everything,
Okay.
and at last I'll be giving you time for 2 to 3 days or 5 days. On that particular days, you can work on the projects. You don't need to attend on the classes regularly. So there will be some waste of time, uh, like attending the classes and again working on your project, because we will complete everything at that moment. So I'm giving you some time. A lot of time will be allocating to you. You both of you can brainstorm together. You both of you can create. If you want to create separately, I mean, Sarosh want to work on different project and Sindhu wants to work on different project, means I'll be allocating two different projects. Or if you both want to work on a one single project, means work on one single project, do brainstorming sessions and everything. You can make projects on different Jira boards.
Okay. Sounds
That
good.
was my plan. Yeah,
Yeah.
we will go. Not only for you guys, we have been doing all this for all the previous candidates, for all the previous batches. This process is just like a default process which we are following to everybody, which I was following to every candidate and for every batch. Any more
No,
doubts?
that's it I have.
Yeah. And again, I this development phase, we have already show you, right? The developers will keep on working, and in this Scrum, daily stand-up meetings, daily retrospective meetings, all this will be there. Not daily. At the end of the sprint, we will be having retrospective meetings. So in that meetings, the BA will also be included in that meeting. You will get to know all the update. So this is like a loop will keep on happening till the end of the product. So here we will be deploying a product to our production, and this is a testing phase. So testing and coding, these two people will keep on coordinating more, because if they identified any bugs, they document it and they will share it to these developers. The developers then again work on it, and again they will bounce back it to these testers, and the testers will keep on working on it. So the developers will create first test environment links to the testers. In the test environment links, the testers will open the entire final product and they will test it. Do you know test environment links? That's what will happen. So can you see this link? My Google Drive slash blah 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 is there on this URL.
Right.
So suppose if you are working on any product or any application, means similarly after completing the development of each and every single piece of code, so they will be generating some test environment links, the developers. Those test environment links will be shared to the testers. While tapping on that particular link, they will be getting the final product. Just the final product will look like this. Just for an example, I was just showing you. So based on this, then they will be seeing everything, whether every piece is working properly or not, it's reflecting or not. So it has met all the functionalities or not, all the specifications or not. They will fetch there, and they will write the test scenarios. So in manual testing, when it comes to automation testing, means they will write some coding, JavaScript. They will write some JavaScript. So manual testing means it's very tough. Suppose if you are having 100 requirements or 200 requirements, means it is very tough for a tester to write each and every single test case. The test case ID, test case description, what is the status of it, whether it is an active state or passive state, how many bugs are having. Writing every single thing is very tough for them. Right, manually describing everything, 200 requirements is so tough, right? That's why automation came into existence. They use some tools. So JavaScript with Selenium, they use Cucumber. Some people are using Tosca. Nowadays, everyone are just using Cypress. Those are the tools related to testing. Do you know this?
Yes, I know. I've heard about Selenium and I
Cucumber,
think
Java.
Cucumber. Yeah.
Hmm. Now, most probably, the people are using Cypress, which is also testing tool.
Okay.
So those all stuff related to testers. So yes, sometimes it heard new for you, but when you people keep on going through that phases, you will get to know many things and more detailedly. Though you people work on projects in my classes very practically, though you have such clarity, self exploration and self experiencing is somehow more different than learning from some other else. I feel. What do you think?
Yes, definitely. I totally agree. You have to,
Yeah. No matter how many meetings, how many techniques I taught you, what are the things I just tell you. But when it come end of the day, when you are in your workspaces, when you are with your colleagues, when you are going through that actual scenario based process, you get more clarity. And at that moment, you can memorize that we have learned these kind of things in course. Now we are just implementing it more practically. Though here we work practically doing some dummy projects and what. Here only two people or me, including me, three people are working together. But in real time projects, we would be working with too many people. Working with too many people is different. Working with three people is somehow the experience is more different. Though I will tell you everything, when you come to that phase, self-experiencing phase is more different.
Okay.
uh, Now it might be a less clarity I can guess. Yes, Sindhu.
No, I have some urgent work. I'm logging off. Is that okay?
Yeah, no problem. We are recording, right? You can listen all this in the recordings.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Bye.
And Sarush, the next phase is going to be the implementation phase. So implementation phase means we will implement all these stuff, whatever the developers is just moving, they will move these all things for the first time to the production. There will be some production means servers, the client side. They maintain some servers. Keep on adding all these code into that production server. Do you know that? The company side, there will be some servers, and also the product side, client side, there will be some servers. So at the moment we are up to deliver the product, means we deploy all these code into the production server. So
Okay.
not all the developers will do this. The senior most developer will do this, either CTO or the top stakeholder or a person who is having more experience. Only that particular person will get an opportunity to deploy the code into the production. Not every developers will get an opportunity. And do you know Git?
No, I've heard about it, but I don't know what it does.
Yeah, GitHub is going to be like a source that where people can store their coding. They can use that for storing lines of code, generally for coding purposes. All the people, the developers will use that.
Okay. Storing the code, you said?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Similarly like that.
Where do
So,
these right now, a lot of this cloud architecture and cloud,
uh,
where does that come in these stages?
yes, in that will come in an implementation stage. That's why I was saying.
Mhm. Okay,
And
okay.
also, you are seeing only one side of the project. There would be too many people working on too many sectors. I was teaching you only in one part. So
Okay.
there would be some system architects, some back-end developers will be there. The back-end developers and system architects, they work more coordinatingly. They will be setting all the DB. They will construct the DB. DB means database. So,
Okay.
and also they will set up the cloud settings. If they are going through any cloud means, this system architects or the back-end developers, AWS. Nowadays,
Mhm.
people are using this AWS cloud based. So they
Right.
will set all the things, and the backend developer will develop all the code for it. The backend developers will do developing on the DB side. They will write coding for DB, and also they use SQL as well at that moment. They run it in their compilers. So that's
Okay.
too much coding stuff. That might be somehow a bit confusion for the people who are very beginners and having some mm, not from a computer background. People will get a little bit of confusion at the beginning, but if you are get involved in that process means it would be habituated to you.
Okay.
So when it comes to implementation means the finally we are going to deploy the product into a production. So that will be happen most probably in the client side. The deployment will be done at the client side only. The clients, and they maintain servers, right? So we are deploying all the code into the client side servers. And the maintenance phase is very lengthiest phase, as I already mentioned that post deploying the product, uh, they will maintain that product, they maintain the product, and they keep on working that product as end users. And with the use, how many, no matter how many people are using that, they will get all the feedback from the people. Based on the feedback, till they are getting any bugs means, these developers and testers again keep on working. This is a never ending process, just keep on like a loop. If we are adding
Okay.
again new features means, again we will be
Mhm.
working from here, planning, designing, testing, analysis, development, and pushing the code to production. And again it goes to that maintenance phase. So that's why we call it as a life cycle. Life cycle, there is never end for a life cycle, right? It's like a loop, keep on going process. This STLC is also keep on going process. And you know one thing, while pushing code to production, why I told you that only experienced people will take all the responsibilities. While pushing code to production, there would be chances of getting too many errors. I mean, sometimes the CSS might changes, the coding line might changes. So everything they needed to develop it again from the first. So that's why only the experiences people will take the responsibility to push the code into production. First they push it and they clone it, and then they will push the code into the production.
Okay.
So yeah, maintenance phase. Some people what they do means they will release the product into the market, and then uh, this maintenance, though they release the product into market, these maintenance phases keep on going. There is no changes in these phases. These is for sure common in every product, no matter if it is e-commerce, insurance, finance, telecom, whatever it might be. These SDLCs are common, and these phases are common for every single product. And the roles of BA is common. There might be some slight differentiations and changes, but according to company,
Good.
because your company will have some standards, or my company will have some standards and some different thing. So I can't say that every companies will work similarly. There might be definitely some changes, right? Your HRMS portals are more different when compared to my company's HRMS portals. Their functionalities are different and my functionalities are different. The process of even punching in, punching out might be different to your company, to my company. Right. So exactly, some roles and responsibilities might changes according to project and some companies to company. By defaultly having this skills and also just having some essence of coding and a bit of visualization skills will add an advantage to a BA, because nowadays people are seeking BA with a DA skills, data analyst.
Mm, that's right.
Data analyst, what they will do?
They'll analyze the databases and which is the best database to use for their product, right?
Not that actually. So most of the people will think business analyst and data analyst both are same. No, there is a lot of differentiation between the business analyst and data analyst. Business analyst works will comes at the starting phase of the business. I mean, starting phase of the project. The data analyst work will comes at the end phase. They will be analyzing with the data. Okay, what you have told is they will analyze a lot of data sets and data. That's correct. So when we are going to get the data, the product has
They,
not been started.
yeah,
Beginning we will get the requirements are completely different, data is completely different. These people, the BA will work with the requirements, the data analyst will work with the data. So that's why these the data analyst will role comes at the end.
okay.
Meanwhile, in the middle of the project, or we require a data analyst to do some market research and market analysis. They will be creating some visualization boards. Visualization boards like Power BI people will use. Have you seen them?
I have not seen them. Power BI, I have
Oh,
not
Power BI you have not seen. At least I was asking designs,
seen. No, I haven't.
dashboards. Oh, wait a minute. I will show you.
Okay.
Yes, the data analyst will do all those things. So then we will get at the end of the project, we will get some data from the people, right? Based on the data, they will manipulate it. They will clean the data, and then they will be creating some colorful dashboards. They will present it to the clients.
Okay.
That's completely different. They required some Excel knowledge, very good of Excel knowledge, pros in Excel, and also Python.
Python,
For
okay.
tabular, Python. For tabular, they require Python. I'll be showing you. Wait. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
These kind of colorful dashboards they create. Can you see the count of employees, total employees, their salary per high, current roles, and managers? These information which weren't in a data in an Excel sheets, we have some bulk of data. So why we have to create all these dashboards means showing that Excel sheets to the clients or to some stakeholders, that is not such catch you. They can't see too many data.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm trying to convey?
Yes, yes, I understand. This just gives them a picture of what we
Ha,
have done, or.
visualizing thing will give more impact.
Exactly.
Just showing them some raw data. This is
Mm,
how they make, if it is sales related. According to the project, how many sales, how many pieces of iPhones has been purchased, among which state, which region, the high price, selling price of that particular product, which company is going to be high. So these dashboards are very important for getting better understanding how our product is going very, um, what very. soonly in the market. So these kind of a stuff we can't even write in a form of a sentences. We can't even create it in a form of a Excel. So these kind of a things which will make or which will give us more meaningful, and we can even see this easily rather than just raw data in Excel sheet with too many columns and with too many rows, hundreds and hundreds of that data. Fetching each and every single thing is very tough for us. Some at that moment we needed to apply some functions there. High for ascending order, for descending order, the high. We will set some functions right in Excel. Do you know that?
Yes, yes.
So setting all the time functions for that single page is somehow very tough. Here, simply making up all this hundreds and thousands of data in one single dashboard is somehow very easy and catchy to see. And this Power BI is also very easy. If you know Excel, if
Mm,
you are knowing how to clean the data. If we have any duplications, means only thing we needed to clean the data, and we needed to use Power BI simply dragging and dropping. No need of doing any coding at all.
okay.
If it Tableau means, some people will do coding, like they use libraries of Python like NumPy and Panda. So they use such libraries to write some bit of coding and they generate these dashboards. If you go for Power BI means no zero coding. It's very easy to use. Just dragging and dropping.
Okay.
I guess so. We reached out our time as well. Okay, no
Yeah.
problem. Let's continue in tomorrow's class.
Okay. Monday.
Tomorrow means Monday. Up to
Okay.
maintenance, we have completed, right?
Okay.
So
Yes.
we have only two topics. I will let you know in Monday's
Okay.
class about version controllings. At that moment, I will explain you about Git and everything, and
Okay.
also about RTM, which is requirement traceability matrix. About all those things, let's cover in Monday's class.
Sounds
The
good.
soon,
Yeah.
yeah, soon we complete all those things, and I will also explain you what are APIs. Do you know APIs?
APIs. Yes, I have again heard about them, but I have not.
Okay, I will tell you about APIs, what are web application, mobile application. So these are
Okay.
all some technical stuff I will tell you after completing all our course content,
Okay.
because these things are somehow more important for you than that. Okay, anyways, no problem. Have a great sleep. Good night.
You too. You
We are
too. Take.
already late. We are
Yeah.
already late.
I'll just have my
Okay,
dinner now. Okay. Thank you.
no problem. You have to let me know that we are reaching out.